What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Geeks and Company. My name's JS, and today, Section 31 releases. So we're going to go check it out, and we're going to come back and give you our thoughts. So I just watched Section 31, and I have to wonder, what the hell did I just watch? If you have not seen Section 31, make sure you go check it out before you watch this. Well, if you intend on checking it out, because if you don't, you're really not missing much. Because, wow, what a shit show of a movie this was. First of all, I want to point out that there was a lot of issues when it came to development of this made-for-TV movie. This was originally supposed to be a spin-off TV show, which was then changed into a movie based on the popularity of Michelle Yeoh. That's right, Michelle, who's now a big-time actress. I mean, she ain't got no time for this, right? Let's be honest. The kind of money she's commanding now, there's no way you're going to hire a top-tier actress like Michelle Yeoh to do a TV show. I don't care how many episodes you're doing, whether it's 6, whether it's 7, whether it's 10. These guys can't afford her anymore. So what do? Well, they make a movie instead. Problem is, this didn't feel like a movie. Actually, this didn't feel like Star Trek at all. It wasn't even a good generic sci-fi film. That's one of the things that I had heard a lot. A lot of people are telling me, "Oh, it doesn't feel like Star Trek. It's more like a generic sci-fi film." Blah blah blah. And even at that, it was garbage. Absolute hot trash. Which I don't understand, because the cast itself was pretty good. The acting wasn't horrible. I mean, let's put it out right now. The acting was not bad, but the script, the dialogue was cringe as hell. The editing was disjointed. A lot of it didn't make a whole lot of sense. It felt like they were just throwing shit at you for the sake of moving the plot forward. Whether it made sense or not, it didn't matter. It was just coming at you so fast and so hard that they didn't, they're hoping, I'm assuming, that you don't pick apart the plot. The one thing that did bother me, though, is the ending of this movie, because they truly make the ending sound like this was the pilot episode for a TV show. That's actually what we watched. We watched a pilot episode for Section 31. That's what it felt like. It didn't feel like a movie at all. It felt like a pilot episode. Even at the end, at the very end, they introduce us to who the voice was at the beginning of the show that was sending them their mission. They do this whole Mission Impossible style thing where they send this coded transmission, your mission, if you choose to accept it. And at the end, they actually show us who that person is. And lo and behold, it's Jamie Lee Curtis. Now, that's fantastic. I would love to see Jamie Lee Curtis in Star Trek. She had all these weird implants that made her look kind of Borg-ish, which I thought was a little bit weird. Either way, it's great to see her, but they introduce her at the end of the movie, right? The movie's over. The credits are going to run in 30 seconds, and then you're introducing us to this new character as if, oh, yeah, now we're building this new team. Oh, the adventures we're going to have from now on. Wait, what? Same with Michelle Yeoh. Now she's on board. Now she's part of the team. Woo, we're going to have some fun now. Wait, what? This shit, it's over. It was a fucking movie. There is no continuation. Unless you intend on making this a series of movies, which I wouldn't necessarily be mad about it if they're done better, right? If the scripts are better, to make them feel a little bit more Star Trek, that would be nice. There really is nothing in this whole show that makes it feel Star Trek, except for a few key recognizable aliens, right? Beyond those few recognizable aliens, the rest was just a mess. Same thing with this Vulcan skin suit guy, right? Like, he's a Vulcan machine. He's a Vulcan android. And there's a little tiny microscopic alien inside of him controlling him. And he's a big part of the plot. He's a massive part of the plot. And it's the dumbest thing ever. I was like, wait, what? Like, what? Like, anyway, listen, if you watch this and you've enjoyed it, that's fantastic for you. I'm really, really happy. I'm not going to drag this on, because let me tell you something. This freaking movie, I keep wanting to call it a show. This movie was the longest hour and 35 minutes I've ever seen. I even said that to producer Jen as we're watching this. I'm like, holy cow! Like, is this ever going to end? Like, what's going on here? Like, this was supposed to be a quick hour and a half movie, in out done, and it drags on and drags on and drags on and drags on. So listen, I love Michelle Yeoh. I was really hoping they were going to do something cool with this show. We haven't had any official Section 31 franchise yet, right? We haven't had nothing that specifically focuses on Section 31. Yes, they had very large arcs in different shows, specifically on Deep Space Nine, which was great. Those arcs were fantastic, and that's why I was really, really hoping that this was going to be something absolutely dope. All we got was more Discovery, right? Let's be honest. No, there was no Discovery, but the writing was just as bad. The plot was just as bad. The scripts were just as bad. The dialogue was just as bad. It really felt like this was written by somebody that has no idea what Star Trek is about, that doesn't understand Star Trek. They just hired this generic writer and said, hey, write me a sci-fi spy movie. And it's not even a good sci-fi spy movie. So, I'd be very, 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 very surprised if they do anything else with this. If this was actually a pilot episode, I can only imagine that this show would never be picked up. Well, I sure hope to God it wouldn't be picked up, because it was a mess. It was a real mess. Now, again, I want to reiterate, if you enjoyed this, if you liked Section 31, props. Even though I'm a big fan of like I said, Section 31. I have my own Section 31 cosplay and my own Section 31 badge. This didn't feel like Section 31. It didn't even feel like Star Trek. It didn't feel like it belonged. It felt like just a mishmash of just garbage. Paramount, do better. You could do better than this, especially when you're hiring somebody like Michelle Yeoh, and this is what you put out. Like, come on, man. She's got like hit after hit after hit after hit. And this is what you put her in? This is what you give her to sink her teeth in for her own Star Trek? I don't get it. I again, now I've been ranting for 8 minutes. I'm going to cut it off there. I don't want to go any longer because this was really, 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 really bad. If you enjoyed this show, let me know below. Leave me a comment. If you thought it was hot garbage like I did, let me know in a comment below as well. I'm really curious about what everybody's thinking of the show. That will be it for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay geeky. We'll see you next time.